You're live, Tash.
Live? Can't be live, not ready to be live. As you can see by the mess that I'm surrounded by. Good morning, everybody. Did you have a lovely bank holiday? Jem, did you have a lovely bank holiday?
I did, thank you. I was in a field, in a festival. It was lovely. It was really great.
It's the first time in 3 years or whatever since it's been on that I haven't been. Oh, missed it. Missed it. But all good. I'm glad that you went and had a good time.
Thank you.
And that you got some R&R.
Yes. Yeah, it was good fun.
Yeah.
Good fun.
I'm just having a little tidy up because today's make, I've only just finished making the sample. Not going to lie, I've had deadlines coming out of my ears for all sorts of things. So, yeah, I'm a little bit like, get it done. By a gnat's whisker,
yes.
I think, Gemma,
yes.
is what we say. So would you like a little sneaky peek? Because I didn't actually put it up on Facebook. This is today's make. And I heart it very, very much. These fabrics, Gem, were bought for this project.
They were. With this in mind.
Aren't they gorgeous? Do you know what's making me a little bit sad today?
What's that?
The fact that our close-up camera has decided it does not wish to work.
Oh, again.
It does this every now and then. It decides to be temperamental.
It's been in a while now, hasn't it, since it's done it?
I know.
Naughty.
Not going to lie. It's a beaut. Oh, yeah. And pockets. Do you want to see the pockets, Gem?
Of course.
Pocket. Pocket.
Oh, look, and they're hidden.
Pocket.
They really are hidden.
Mm-hmm.
Clever.
Huge pockets.
Oh, I love that. Secure right next to your body.
And then if you want to, you can do exactly the same on the inside as well.
Clever.
I didn't do all of them. I just did a big internal pocket there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a bit gorgeous, isn't it? I mean, just look at that lining. How's that for
Fabulous.
a bit of decadence in there? Obviously, I haven't sewn up my turning through again yet.
It's the sheen on the metallic as well.
These are Robert Kaufman fabrics. I've got to top stitch it. That's the only thing I haven't had time to do yet, is just to top stitch around that, which will hold everything and it will move that lid flap into place. Look at the, it's just
Special,
so rich and luxurious. I adore it. I just adore it. It's so much bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, well, that's always good as well.
Yeah, because this was that was the picture. I was like,
You can't always gauge size, can you?
no, it's difficult. You can't assume.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but
Beautiful.
very, very beautiful. It's the detail that Lisa has, that you've got that panel that comes all the way through and just carries on all the way around. These are all your pockets. You've even got a little pen pocket there if you want.
Nice.
This is not a quick make today, Jem.
No.
It is not. But I have tried to get ahead. This is why it's taken me so long to do this one, because I was cutting the fabrics for the next one as I went, because otherwise I was going to get myself in a right old mess.
Let's put this in perspective, though. When you say it's not a quick make,
Yeah.
it's not going to take you months or weeks.
Oh no, like I've done it since I got in this morning.
You have.
Done it in a couple of hours.
Yeah. That's what you mean. I think it's important to be clear on this.
I even had a coffee.
You have?
Yeah.
It's been fine.
What am I whinging about?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm such a moaner.
You've just not cracked it out in an hour, is what you're saying. That's what you mean.
That.
So don't be worrying, everyone, thinking, oh, heck, this is a big one. It's going to take me ages. What Tash means is, it's not her usual
speedy.
bish bash bosh. Bish bash
Love
tash.
a bish bash bosh. Love a bish bash bosh.
A bish bash tash.
Bishty bish bash tash. Yes. I'm going to find us.
Oh, well, that's always a good idea, isn't it? And then we can be polite and speak to everyone.
I'm going to turn my volume down so I don't have to hear myself.
Oh, that's a good
Let's see who we've got. We have got Vanessa, good morning, and Diane, hello, and Della, good morning from sunny Cornwall. This is what I want to hear about, Cornwall being sunny. Never too many pockets. You can't have too many pockets.
You really can't.
You cannot.
I got a big festival jumper at the weekend, And
Did you?
what sold it to me,
How many
apart from the fact
pockets?
it was big enough for me and at least 2 dachshunds up there,
Amazing.
was the pockets. It's got pockets.
Love it.
Sleeves are too long, obvs, but I folded those up.
Oh, you can do something about that.
No one
can't
will
you?
know.
No.
It's nice.
Stuff a dachshund down each sleeve as well. You'd be fine. Or a
no, you
ferret or
could.
something. Morning, Elizabeth. She's good morning. Love the show at Creating Craft. It's up to us who and what we want draped over the bed. Yeah, I might have said that.
Oh.
Yeah. I was
Did
with Adam. I'm
you?
blaming him. I'm blaming him.
Did you
Yeah.
forget where you were?
Might have.
Because you say these things
Yeah.
when you're here.
Yeah.
You're supposed to actually behave.
Not only that,
proper telly.
but the very, 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 very lovely Sarah Millsop was watching in the green room because she's like, sometimes forget myself and I forget I need to be professional. So I'm going to watch you and Adam.
Oh,
Tash."
good-o.
So and we just went.
What's an
"Oh."
example of
Yeah,
professionalism?
I know. I was surprised too.
Good luck with
I was
that.
like, so I have been doing this for years and forget to be professional and have far too much of a giggle. And she's like, yeah.
Oh, dear.
Morning, Julia. Morning, Catherine. Morning, Jimmy. Morning, Joe. Lovely fabrics. Who doesn't love a pocket? Well, quite. And a glitzy glam one too. Ooh. Morning, Patricia. Good morning, Joe. Good morning, Tina. Julie said, yeah, it was a lot of fun and brightened the morning. It was an early one, 7 o'clock. Oof. Morning, Claire. Really good pre-record yesterday. Yeah, I do have to thank Gemma and John.
Oh, crikey bobs. I think I spent the rest of the week rocking backwards and forwards recovering from the craziness that was that pre-record.
Yeah.
John. Lovely John. Lovely, naughty, impish, mischievous John.
He is all of those things, and we love him dearly. Good morning, Pam. She says, good morning, beautiful peeps. I love a bag with lots of pockets. Well, this is the one for you. Morning, Jane. Morning, Becky. Beautiful bag right behind you again. Yes, and yes, and yes. And good morning to Jane. Good morning, chaps. And Debbie, hello. She's morning, ladies. That would be a great sewing storage bag for when I go to my sewing group. We always have such a laugh. Yes, it would. You could pop a few rulers in there and they would be protected. Love that. Morning, Rich. Morning, Anne. Looking forward to this bag. Oh, I'm glad. Morning, Judy and Alison as well. Loving today's project and fabrics. Morning, Sil Sparkly. I got confused. I thought today was a recorded show because I thought today was yesterday. It's easily done.
Oh.
It is
Bank
easily done.
holidays, isn't it?
I'm really confused. I don't actually know what day of the week, month, or year it is.
No, and that's okay, because you're amongst friends.
Do you want to look at these fabrics? We've got 2 fabric bundles for this bag. I've made in one, I will demo in the other. Here we go. I mean, even the background is just stunning, and I can't close up camera it because it's decided that it wants bank holiday. But here they are, look. You can buy these by the half metre as well, by the way. Apart from, I'm going to say, Gemma, that one.
Sold out already. There was
Already
a
gone.
little bit, but it's gone.
So
Sorry,
that is
guys.
only available in the kits, and our kits are limited by that one because it's in both.
Don't panic about the kits. They are coming.
So Gemma's just
Anyone who's
loading
there?
them as we speak. She's going to let us know when they are up
Fret
and
ye
together.
not.
So that is going to be your panel for your front and your back. That one there. And the panel pocket at the back. Bing, bing. There. Okay.
Beautiful.
And then. This is the one that goes out to the side. This is the one, you get a lot of that. And then this is the one that goes to the side and is your lining and contrast, blah, blah. Hurrah, hurrah. So that is bag number 1. And again, that's available by the half metre, that's available by the half metre. I've put this with Royal because it just pulled that beautiful blue. But I have also put together, and I'll show you in a minute, if you are buying by the half metre and you want complementary plains, I have chosen my pick for you. I've got a pick for you, Gem.
Good-o.
Bag number 2. What we will be doing. Look at that. Where's my... oh, there it is. There's my hummingbird. So again, this is going to be your fabric that goes out to the side. that's going to be your fabric that goes up and round. Because it goes so well. And then that is going to be, that's how that bag's going to come together.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Available by the half metre. Available by the half metre. Guys, I'm not going to lie, this is premium fabric.
Yeah.
Don't come much better than this.
No.
It just doesn't.
No.
And it has made us realise that actually our Lisa Chandler prices should be up there as well, because it is on a par. So you've been getting all of our Lisa Chandler fabric at an absolute steal for a very long time.
Well, and we did the maths. It
Yeah.
doesn't add up. So, word to the wise, if anyone is wanting some Lisa Chandler, today might be your day, because we have done some maths and
We have done some maths. Do you know
We've
what? I haven't
not
even
been
taken the
business-minded.
wrappers off these. Gemala.
oh, I love a new bolt. Oh, listen to that sound. Beautiful.
Now, check this out. Do you know what? Actually, the aqua would go beautifully with this one as well. Oh,
It's the birds on this.
it's
love
just,
them.
just. So if you wanted to create your own bundle, it is worth just bearing in mind that all of these colourways would go, because I've got all the colours in. So you can, this would be like your main panel bit. So you'd need half a metre of that, half a metre of the other. We're all good. Oh, you might just be putting it in your stash. I don't blame you. But look at that colourway as well. And it's multi-directional. The hummingbirds go up and they go down. Always round. It's awesome. Right.
Quite wonderful.
Yeah. So we have got this fabric here, which is your candy blue, which goes rather beautifully. And I'll show you which one it was. Yeah, look at that with your candy blue. Doesn't that just suddenly pull it?
It's a bit special, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Certainly is. Now, emerald, I think, or is it fur? No, it's fur. Look at the fur, what that does. Pulls all those greens, doesn't
I
it?
love it when you get the planes out as well, Natasha, because the images that we have on the website are the images supplied by the supplier. But you, as with anything, it's really difficult to buy
Really difficult.
off just an image on a screen.
Really difficult. So,
Which is why we do our plain sub, isn't it?
yeah, your fur works beautifully with all of these. The green in there is your fur. This
Gorgeous.
light blue here is your candy blue. And then, like I say, the royal blue was where I went with that one. But again, you can see the green being pulled from there. And then also, if you wanted to pull a purple, magenta would be your girl. There you go. Really see that one there. So that's what we're looking at. You can see this one just winking on you here. Woo. So they are your half metre, well, by the half metre planes that work so very beautifully with these. Not gonna lie, but I love them. And they look right nice, Gemala.
They do.
Right nice. So you can create your own bundles, which is always rather fabulous. Which to go for? So it might be that you just want a half metre of this for something very special. I tell you what, this would look lovely with. Just going to throw it out there.
Go on.
You know the pouch with the drawstring square pouch we did last
that
week?
would look beautiful.
Yes.
Really beautiful.
Yes. Just saying.
And we
Yes,
used Kaufman for that, didn't we?
We did.
Which,
we did.
to those of you who missed out on those fabrics and have been begging us for more, we're not being mean. It takes a really long time to get a hold of this fabric, and once it's gone, it's gone. We're ever so sorry.
Yeah.
So if you are in love with the new ones today,
Please get them, because I've only got...
it's nothing worse than regret. You know,
Buyer's
they
remorse.
talk about buyer's remorse, but spendthrift's remorse is worse.
Oh, yes.
You know.
Gosh. Gosh, yes.
I don't regret the fabrics that are in my stash, but I regret fair
Do you
few
regret the ones that you
buy.
didn't?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't get the ones that got
100%.
away. I'm just seeing if
Defo.
I've got a bobbin. I'm going to have to sew in gold again. Gold.
Oh.
Yes, no, do not regret these. I'm just going to load up a bobbin with some gold on, just to give a beautiful contrast. So we will demo this bag. It is not a short demo. The fabrics are just stunning.
Oh, I love it when you say this is not a short demo. That's a get yourself a brew,
Yeah,
cozy
well, it
on
is.
down and enjoy yourself moment.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
you know, it's Tuesday. You might be recovering from a busy bank holiday.
Yeah. The other thing I've tagged today, Natasha, that I'm not sure whether you've shown it,
Oh.
is that one that's shenanigating off to the side, the klimt.
Oh, yeah, I know. I will show that in just a minute.
Goodo, because I bet you there's a fair few people who've had an eye twitch in that general direction over there.
An eye twitch. Wow.
We've all had them.
Eye
What is this
twitch.
beauty off the side of the screen? What
Well,
is it?
so for those of you that bought the klimt panel,
yes.
this was meant to come at the same time, and they sort of told us it wasn't ever going to come,
No, not available. You won't get it.
and then it came.
Fibs, Tash. Fibs.
Wicked lies. Wicked
no.
lies, I tell you. Wicked
Otherwise, we'd have waited and we'd have bundled it together properly.
lies. So, yes. But again, your green from there is just coming in an absolute treat. And those blues, they all actually work amazingly. Let me show you these. So if you did want...
Oh, look.
So I don't want you to think that it's only going to work with your klimt,
No.
because if I just pull that across,
She's a beauty.
it pulls the greens and the blues.
Got a lot going on there.
But it's just a different way. But this is your klimt, and we'll have to do something really special with that,
Yes.
unless it goes today.
Well,
In
there
which
is that
case-
possibility.
We won't. I think my bobbins stopped winding, so
Very
that's
good.
all good. Dee-dee-dee-dee. Right. Up, and round, and there. Okie dokie. Now, Gemma, the thing that I have to remember with this make is to change my my position of my needle. So
Okay.
sometimes I'm going to have it centrally placed, and sometimes I'm going to have it off to the side.
Okay.
And I just have to remember when I need it to do which.
So you just need
You
to
will also
pause.
need some medium weight interfacing, and if you want it to be as sturdy as this, then you will need some Styleville as well. It's not masses and masses of Styleville, actually. It's not huge, but you will need some. Okie dokie. So, the very first thing that I would do is Lisa's cuppa rule. We love Lisa's cuppa rule. And her cuppa rule is to sit down and to read her instructions all the way through. Here we go. This is your panel pocket tote, and it is several pages. I've ticked off as I've gone, so that I know. You've got some. You've got the fabric amounts on the back there. You've got your bag batting. You need 60 centimetres of that, and you need your adhesive light interfacing. I used a packet of our iron-on interfacing, medium weight iron-on interfacing from Hemline. That's what I used. I throw it at Gemma as well and said, there we go.
You did.
You need to take that off stock, please. And
I've
then
used that one.
as you go through and cut, just mark them off. So for the flap front and back panel, I have used the big print, but then for the outer and internal ones, I've used this one, just to give that difference there, to give that contrast. And then the centre panel fabric, which is gold in the photo, gold, that I have used this blue for. So in both of the kits, that all of this section here where it says gold is actually going to be your blue and gold. And then from the side panel fabric, which is your black in the photo, it will also be your black or your blue, whichever one, just your plain. It's just your plain. Okay, so you're going to apply batting to the outer side panel pieces and quilt as desired. Outer side panel pieces. This is where I need to really get right. By batting to the outer side panel pieces and quilt as desired. These are, I've labelled everything as well. These I haven't quilted. I desired to not.
Okay.
Because I was in a hurry.
I mean, that's honesty.
Yeah. Now, the other thing that I should have picked out for myself and didn't was a pen. Oh, Gemini. I wonder if, I don't know how to. Do I know how to fill these up when they've run out? I don't know. I know that they can be refilled.
Just like learn with me.
Yeah, bear with everyone, bear with. Oh, here we go. Do you think? This one? Oh, here we go. Oh, Gem, this is great. I need a new white in there. And I'm hoping that this is the way to do it.
Oh, look.
If you've got one of these. Huh?
A little lead.
Yeah.
I'm sure, you know, if we looked it up, there's some actual instructions. However,
that's not going to happen today.
No.
Does that look like it might be a...
Well, you're about to find out. I am going to put a strap line on all our shows. We have a go, so you don't have to. We make mistakes, so you don't have to.
Trouble is, I've got bad eyes, can't see. Putting it back in there. Gem, can you have a go?
I can.
Just popping that back in there. Because you've got better eyes than me.
I have.
There you go. It's the white one. Thanks, love. So, I will need that. Oh, hello. There's shenanigans going on. Right, so you are going to mark and then cut. This is the thing, you see, I needed it to... I'm going to have to cut it another way. 2 inches off the bottom. Now, you can do that with a template. I might even use one of the ones from earlier. And then just use that one on them all. Now, bear in mind, with this make, whatever you do for the outside, you will do for the lining. So it's up to you if you want to then cut your lining at the same time. That is entirely up to you. Hey, did you all get your discount on Cafe yesterday?
Hey, that was good, wasn't it?
That was a good one. That was a good one. That was a really good one. Really good and that one. We try, Gem. We try.
Absolutely.
Right. Right. So then, these are my lining ones. Here. And there. So, you know, you can do that all at the same time, should you wish. I'm going to put those to one side. Now, these are my pocket pieces. Hang on. Need to adhere that a little bit better, Gem.
Always best.
Always best, always best. Here we go. Let's go again. Right, so. And again, I'll kind of like double tick this as I go along. If I can find a pen. Have I just given up all my pens now? Oh, I tied it up, didn't I? I tied it up, Gemma.
You did?
Before I did whatever. There we go. I'll do it in this. Is this my erasable one? Probably. And we've just done that bit as well. So you want to mark the centre of the base for reference for later. Yes, please, Gem, I will have that off you. Thank you very much.
New, actually. The reason I'm doing this is because I'm not so sure whether the block is in the mid. Dropping down.
Oh, okay. Or did I put it into the one that is just the... Did I put it in the right one?
Well, it just isn't dropping down properly, so I'm not so sure.
Right. You want to find the middle point here and mark that off. So it is 5.5, so that's going to be 2 and there.
Fabulous little pencil, this.
I know, brilliant. This is what you need.
Lovely, inexpensive.
It's like pence as well, isn't it?
It really is pence, yeah.
And again, what you do for the outer, you're going to do for your lining. There we go. So that is my centre marked. Okay. And we will put those there for now, because the next step, we've done that, is to apply lightweight adhesive batting to your 2 outer side panel pocket lining pieces. Yeah, side panel pocket pieces.
The option is on your lightweight adhesive batting.
Mm-hmm.
What we got, Tash? What we got?
Here we go.
Oh, lovely.
We've got in terms of I've just adhered
You've used that.
your medium weight interfacing, the hemline iron-on medium weight interfacing. So these are your outer and internal side pocket panels. So if you are going to do your internal ones exactly the same, then you can use those.
Sure.
Which means that somewhere or other I have got pocket linings.
We
Here
had
we
a
go.
whole show last week, didn't we, on interfacing?
We did.
And
We
options, and
did.
it's preference as well, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
You love your Starville fix for this.
Love
one.
that.
You
Yep.
want a nice firm bag. Someone might want a softer bag and they could do something different.
Yep.
But if you didn't see last Tuesday's show, there were a lot of people making a lot of notes.
Yeah, there were a lot of notes going on. Now, decide if it's directional and which way up that would be, and sew along the top line. So put them right sides together and then sew along your top line. I'm going to do that with both of them. Okay, and away we go. And I'm really sorry I can't get you a close-up on the machine, but this is where just check you're on 1/4 of an inch, and away you go. Now, if you are unsure, use a darker thread. I've gone for a gold, which was, you know, partly to emphasise the gold in the fabric, but also to give you that contrast stitch so that you can see. And then it won't do a close-up. So that's
Oh, bless you.
obviously fine. Fine.
Thing about this,
Nothing to see here.
of course, being that last time it did this, we were like, right, let's fix that. And we went back to try and fix it, Natasha, and
It was fine. It was like, la la, nothing to see here. We're all good, thanks.
gave us a sly little smirk, didn't it?
Oh, Gemma, you are quiet, apparently.
Oh.
Did you mute yourself?
Oh,
Did
I
you?
probably did when I went out to the warehouse for a second.
Oh, Gemma laugh.
Nice that I missed. Some might find it beneficial that I went quiet, so thanks.
So you press the fabric away, and then you really want to make sure that that crease line is on top. Okay, and give that a press as well. This is not a bag I would do without the instructions, I'm not going to lie,
No.
because it is the measurements are absolutely where they need to be to get everything to join together. It's very clever. It's very cleverly done. And the thing is that you're sort of modularly doing bits, and you're thinking, how is this going to work? How is this going to work? And then it just sort of magically does.
I
and you
love a
go,
make like that.
Oh, well, that's clever then. I'm going to top stitch on that fold line, okay?
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Do you know what else would be a beautiful make in these fabrics?
What's that?
Would be the lazy quarters bag.
Oh, it would too.
There are a few little gold fabrics in the one that we did the other day, which I finished off. It's this one here. But could you imagine that in all those beautiful fabrics? Wow.
Lovely. I'm going to say this fabric is one of those that would just enhance any make, wouldn't it? Really
It will
pretty
give
stuff.
you huge joy. Ali said that she wasn't going to buy any more fabric.
Oh, okay, sorry. Oh, sorry, not sorry moments, isn't it?
We'll see about that. We'll see about that. It's, yeah, I mean, we haven't had Kaufman very much at all. We're just dipping our toe. And I think for me it was, like, I don't shy away from the price, but it's just, yeah, it's the most expensive fabric we stock.
Yeah.
And we stock Liberty and all sorts, so, you know.
Yeah.
Wow. Right, so now.
But we have put it on an introductory offer.
We
So
have,
we
yeah,
are
we've
being
swallowed
fair.
some of that
We
for
have.
you. Now, here's the fun bit, right? So we've done all of this. Now, what we're going to do is lay the pockets over the base. Now, if you've got a Creative Grids ruler or something like that, you want to just use that 1/4 of an inch line on there. Helps if I get the right camera for you, doesn't it? Lay your 1/4 of an inch line there. And what you are going to do is this. So you want your pocket wrong side facing up, so like that, okay? And then that is going to lie along there. Clip it in place. Get those clips.
These kits are live and I can see that we've already got people buying them. So if they are something you want,
We're quite limited on
can't
some of them.
add extra stock,
No,
unfortunately.
you can buy the fabrics by the half metre. If
You
there's
can.
one that you just simply have to have, you can absolutely do that.
Sure.
But what we can't do is make any more of these kits. What we have is what we have, and that is the end of that. Right, so seam that you've just sewn facing down. And when you come to make this bag, what I would say is sew along. Keep stopping and starting and sew along.
Yeah.
And you know what you do here, repeat for the lining. Just because I'm not going to have time to do it all again with the lining, so we won't be doing that. But just repeat all of this with the lining and you'll be fine. We're going to stitch 1/4 of an inch along there and along there. Okay, that's what we're going to do.
Lovely.
Just you wait, Gemma. Just you wait until you see.
With bated
what
breath, dear.
happens. With oh, I love a bit of bated breath. It's better than coffee breath any day.
Oh, it totally is.
So all those raw edges, we are sewing along. 1/4 of an inch seam. All is well with the world.
She's going to say good morning to Julie. She says, good morning. First time watching and I'm loving the fabric.
Oh,
Welcome.
Julie. Beautiful fabrics are what we do here at Natasha Makes, unapologetically, I would just like to say. I'm going to go down and stitch 1/4 of an inch down that one as well. So all of those raw edges are being sewn down through all the layers. Here we go. Okay, so we have done that. How's this going to work, Jim? How's it going to work? It works because you then press that up, and that's your pocket panel. That's your side pockets in there. Okay, so because I struggled to kind of like see this in my mind's eye as I was going, so I'm going to stop and show you. So what we've just done is this around here. This is the piece that we are creating at the moment.
Fab.
Okay.
Sharon's bought this pattern a while ago and she hasn't made it, so she's hoping to do it sometime now.
Oh, well, do it. Yeah, it is. It's just one of those things that you just got to crack on and do it, and you'll have a fabulous time doing it.
Jimmy's asking as well, can you just get the pattern? Yes, the pattern
Yeah,
is
of course you
separate
can.
from the fabric kit. We've done that on purpose because, Jimmy, what we tend to do is split them out because there are so many people who will buy a pattern and then will buy multiple fabric kits because they want to make more than one bag, and we just don't think it's fair to make you pay for the pattern multiple times. So they are separate. At the moment, the pattern's just in printed format, but we will be working on getting a digital if and when we can.
Hurrah.
You're very welcome. I've got to thank you. We do
Ah,
like some manners.
He's very
Beautiful.
polite, is Jimmy.
Beautiful.
Now, I am measuring 4.5 inches in from the side and marking down. And this is where I need to then remember to change my sewing machine so that it's going to stitch down that centre line. Could do it on a 1/4 of an inch, but that would just be tricky. Now, Lisa has these written down as being a pen pocket. If you want it to be a pen pocket, I would do it smaller, wider, or unless you have tiny, tiny pens. But what it's really going to do is actually just be the crease at the edge of your bag.
Yes.
That's actually what it's going to do.
Excellent.
And if you can stick something in the, I mean, if Debbie, if you're using this for your bag to go sewing with, you can whack your pokey tool in there, you'll be fine.
For sure.
Yeah.
Jojo's joined us late. There's always one. She
Jojo.
says, late again. What are we making, please? It looks interesting.
Ah, do you want to see? You've done it just as my cameras have gone, ha ha. No. We're making this gorgeous bag here, Jojo. La, 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 la.
It's a beaut.
It is a beaut, an absolute beaut. And it's got pockets, and all of these are pockets as well, all the way around. And because you're doing the same to the outside as you would the inside, you've got all those pockets on the inside as well, should you wish. Now, I'm going to do my... Can you all shout at me to change the stitch length back?
Every time you work, we just need to say foot. Foot.
Yes. But I'm going to stitch on that line.
Jan says, good morning, lovely ladies. I've been for my coffee and there's an autumnal feel. Birdsong has changed. And it's great because less gardening and more sewing.
Ah, there we go. Happy days.
My dahlias are just starting to come out now. I had some earlier ones, but because my garden was done and my tubers didn't go in until a bit later than usual, and they are just all springing out now, so I need another good month or so of summery feeling weather so I can go out and sit and enjoy the beautiful dahlias.
Your new garden is lovely.
It is, it's lovely. Oh, Rosina says, oops, slept in. Morning all.
Morning,
Do you know, I think a lot of us feel like that today. They've loved a good lie-in. Well done. Lizzie Prangle says, change the stitch length back.
No, not on this.
Not
You're all right, not yet.
In capital letters and everything. Shouty capitals.
Do you know what? I have not been sleeping well of late. And
no, you
it's just too much going on. Actually, and too many deadlines. I did actually fall asleep on the warehouse floor yesterday.
You did fall asleep on the warehouse floor.
I actually fell asleep on the warehouse floor.
I spoke to you and I said, how's tomorrow's show shaping up? And you said, well, it would be excellent, but I fell asleep on the warehouse floor for quite some time. So it's thrown me a little bit. Bless you.
Yeah.
My recommendation was to go and get some proper sleep, some food and a bath and a proper sleep and just...
Oh, do you know, I got excited, didn't I? Because I thought
you.
I'll go and I'll treat myself to a really naughty kebab.
Yeah.
Drove all the way there, having just finished work, because I'd been in at work at 5 o'clock yesterday to try and get this quilt finished for a commission, and then and having finished at gone 11 the night before, again still trying to get it finished. And then I don't know if I'm allowed to show everybody the quilt, you know.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know.
So you've got to check that one.
Yeah.
You've got to check that one. It's stunning.
It was just one of those things. I thought I'll just have a little sit down for 5 minutes with the Lisa's ottoman.
Oh.
Yeah, that we made into the Aussie ottoman that we made into
comfy.
a bean bag. Well, I just had a little lean on that, and before you know it.
Oh,
that's
so
the thing,
comfy.
you see, if you do need a little snooze around here, there are far too many soft things to be snuggly and nice with. Right, so we have now done this bit, which you can't see because I haven't changed. There we go, this bit, we've done this bit now, which kind of looked complicated when I read through it with I had a coffee actually, not a cup of tea as I read through that bit. So we have done that. We've done that. And now we're going to, referring to figure D, sew the side darts together. So literally folding them like that and then sewing down both ends. If you want to do this to your lining at the same time, then do it. I'm just going to chain stitch these down. This is, Lisbeth, where were you? Come on.
No.
I'm just going to unpick that because this is quite crucial that you get this, because if you get this seam out, then, things just don't line up as well. So the quilt that I was finishing off, I had the great idea when I was designing it to put Dresden plates as cornerstones in the final sashing. I thought that would be nice for everyone to do. Lovely.
Really quick as well.
And
So
then
quick and easy.
Oh no, hang on, I've got English paper piece, all of these, haven't I? Took me nearly a day.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd have got this done yesterday. Here we go. So you'll do each of these 4 things. And so now you can start to see how that is going to shape up to be a side panel.
Stunning.
Yes.
A side panel with pockets. Oh,
I know, with pockets, right? With pockets.
Phenomenal.
I mean, it's got so many pockets.
Oh, Claire Angelina can sympathise with the falling asleep on the floor. She was laying a laminate floor in her bedroom years ago and she was feeling rather tired as it was day 2 or 3 of said job. Lay on the bed, fan on and woke up 3 hours later.
Oh, yeah.
We've all done it.
Right, I'm going to put those
I fall
2
asleep
one side.
sitting up quite often and you wake up with that horrible neck ache.
Oh, yeah, like when you do fall asleep in the car.
Yes.
And you've got one of those. Do you know what? We should really do one of those neck cushions in beautiful fabrics.
Yes.
That would be good, wouldn't it? Right, should we see what we've got to do next? So, right, we've done
Please.
that. Then we start to apply the bag batting to the outer centre panel and quilt, if desired. I haven't quilted it, but I have adhered the bag batting.
We have viewers over on YouTube that are saying hi. So
Morning,
good morning to you,
YouTubers.
Cynthia. And
Morning,
Ali
Cynthia.
as well.
Morning, Ali.
Ali
Good
says,
morning.
good morning all. Busy decanting honey that's just been dropped off by our bee man.
Oh, nice.
It tastes gorgeous from our wildflower field.
Beautiful. Oh, that's what you want, isn't it?
Yes.
Right. Pin front flap and lining right sides together. Okay, so we've adhered that to that. Now we are going to find our front flap. Now, if you are fussy cutting, go for it. This is my front flap. Let me just check my back flap. I think I would rather have my hummingbird front and centre. I'm
You
swapping
must
them round.
make sure you get your flaps the right way around.
Oh, I mean, it would not be a happy day if you got that the wrong way around, would it? Sad times, Jem. Sad times. The other thing is if you are working with a directional fabric, bear that in mind as well.
Because your flaps upside down would be even worse.
Nobody wants an upside down flap.
Nope.
They just do not. Now, I have got, all of these bits. So this is going to be my lining for here. And this is my front flap and internal large pocket lining.
Look at you with your organised.
I know! Apart from that one's too small.
Oh, I think Syl's playing the drinking game again. She says flaps.
Flaps.
In big capital letters.
Flaps.
Normally flange with you, Syl, but yeah, that's fine.
Why are these not cut right? Hang on.
Oh, Vanessa says, I've been collecting over some weeks your Tula Pink Mini Beasts Half Metre Heavens.
All right.
I've got enough now to start my EPP Tula project.
Ooh.
Your planes match perfectly and will look superb. Your free half metres work perfectly.
Oh.
Feeling very smug and happy.
Oh,
Oh,
excellent.
we aim to please Vanessa.
Oh,
What
Gemma.
have you done? Have you
I've
cut
cut
it
these. Do you know what I've done? I've cut them half an inch too short.
wrong? Oh, you nana.
I know, right? I know.
What are you gonna do?
All of them. Do you know what I'm going to do?
No.
I'm going to cut half an inch of everything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Make it ever so littler.
Ever so slightly like that.
Maybe a more me version.
Mini
Yeah,
version.
a little version. Oh, Anne asks a very good and valid question. Anne Bentley. She says, ladies, how much Styleville fix will I need for the bag?
It says 60 centimetres. So if we buy it, do we sell it by the half metre or the metre?
Half metre, I think.
Half
Yeah,
metre,
but
there you go.
it's still a metre, isn't it, for that one? Yeah, grab yourself a metre and you'll have leftovers to do wonderful things.
Wonderful thing.
Like, you know, glasses, cases and all sorts of shenanigans.
You will. You will. Right. So I will also have to take 1/2 inch off this as well. So just bear with me whilst I rectify the situation. Guys, just be slightly more caffeinated than I was when you are cutting these. That's all I can say.
I love your commitment to the cause, though, of chopping bits off all the other pieces and not nicking some of the fabric, which would limit.
I can't because we've sold
bundles.
it.
Exactly.
It's been gone. So
No.
I can't. So I've just got to.
You could have said to me, take a bundle down.
No.
But you don't want to steal it out of the pockets of everybody else, which is lovely.
So,
Very thoughtful.
what I am going to do now is sew with 1/4 inch around there. Directional fabric, okay, so you want to sew down the sides and along the base. All about the base here. Okay, that is what we are going to do. Now this is quite clever what Lisa gets to do, what gets you to do, because the piece of styreville that you cut to go in is 1/2 inch smaller.
Oh,
so it just slots in, which is great.
Takes the bulk out your seams.
Yeah, so
Clever
you don't have that. So she is a clever little stick when she does these patterns. She does know what she's doing.
Your fabric's almost like a pocket for the styreville fix. They're pocketing all over the place. Oh, look. I do adore that one.
Which one? Have you got a favourite?
The hummingbird.
Oh,
on
that
black.
one.
Just gorgeous.
Here we go. So now what you're going to want to do is just trim those edges, takes the bulk out. And I am just going to double check. Oh gosh, look, I didn't leave my blade safely. Naughty me. I know, tut tut. Tutty muck tut tut. So you can see that when that goes in, it's just going to slide in. So I'm going to turn this through. Oh, no, that's not my pokey tool. That's my pencil. Jem, what's going on? What's going on? What is going on? Here we go. And you want to give that a little press. Do you know what? I'm going to just pin those two together for the back panel.
You know, Vanessa mentioning those Tula Pink Mini Beasts fabrics.
Yes.
I am going to have a little look because those 1/2 metre heavens flew out at a rate of knots.
Do you think we've got
So
any
Vanessa,
more?
did you get all of the varieties that we did? We have still got some of the fabrics by the 1/2 metre, and perhaps I might re-enliven a few of the 1/2 metre heavens.
Do you know what? I would, because this bag would look incredible
Really
in
would.
those as well, because you could absolutely centre
Let
those
me
patterns. Styreville, just one side is slightly rougher, and that's the side that you want to adhere. So that is going to slot in there.
Jimmy's just asking if this is a Lisa Chandler pattern. Yes, Jimmy,
It's a
it
Lisa
is.
Chandler pattern. In fact, Jimmy, if you are in Australia, if you want a hard
You are
copy,
nearer to that there,
yeah,
Lisa,
you might be
than
nearer
we
to Lisa.
are.
I know that Lisa sends, when she has you lot watching there, she sends her to us. So she sends her viewers to us. So you might be,
Yes.
Jimmy, better off trying to get the pattern direct from Lisa herself. Now, I'm just going to shimmy this down. And you want to just try and get it in those corners. Did I put this in the right way around? Which one? No, see, there we go. I didn't actually put it in the right way around. That's why I had a bit sticking out the top.
No, no one
So
needs that.
in it goes. And this might just take you a moment of jiggery pokery.
I love a moment of jiggery pokery on
Do
a Tuesday
you?
morning.
Do you on a
Yes,
Tuesday morning?
I do.
Tuesday's jiggery pokery.
Absolutely. Perhaps we'll change the name of the show.
What, Tuesday jiggery pokery day?
Yeah. Why not?
Why not indeed? There we go. That's better. And yeah. Oh yeah, see, like a glove. Like a glove.
Beautiful.
And then what you can do is adhere that onto there. Bit of steam with your Styleville fix. And then you're going to top stitch all the way around just to hold it all the way. So again, apologies for you not being able to just bear in mind you might want to like just wait a second for it actually to cool down. It's quite hot.
That is the general idea, isn't it?
Yeah. And also if
You've
that
got a lot
glue
to
is still gluing,
Yes.
you don't want it gunking your needle. However,
You need to crack on.
I do,
Because
Gemma.
everyone's got stuff to do. And you need to make a bag.
You know what else I've got to do, don't you?
What's that?
She won't be watching, it's fine. I've got to plan a birthday party for Captain Small.
You have.
My daughter is very concerned that she won't have enough friends when she moves to have a birthday party. So I am just going to have to, well, I am creating a birthday party in 2 days' time.
Yes.
Yes. 'cause
Perfect.
I had nothing else to do.
No.
No.
Nothing at all.
No, nothing. So there we go. That is your front flap. I wonder if I have something that I could have written that on or have. Anyway, that is my front flap, and I know that that is, and it's going to look at that. It's going to look amazing next to that.
It is.
Wow. Look at that. Oh, and you get that carry on of the flowers going through. I just think it's stunning. Had so much fun planning these bundles this morning. So I have done that. We've done all of that. Excellent. So now we are going to attach the lightweight adhesive backing to the back of your back panel pocket lining.
Just making sure you pick up the right piece.
Oh yeah, apart from the fact that, of course, I just had to recut everything, didn't I?
Yes, you've got a bit more trimming to do.
Wow. Yeah, because I did trim it. I didn't actually think I already had one done there. Could have done that. It's fine, everybody. It's just fine. It's all good.
The lesson we learned today is to just take your time with your cutting.
Yeah, well,
Pay
that's just it, isn't
close
it?
Attention.
Measure twice, cut once.
Correct.
But it's okay.
But also, if it does perhaps not work out and you have cut it wrong, don't get upset, don't panic.
Just do a tash.
Just do a tash,
fine.
trim everything down,
Yeah.
make a slightly smaller bag, because nobody knows. No one's going to look at it and say, well, that was supposed to be
Do you know they've got to be
a smidge a
proper
bit bigger.
bag aficionados, haven't they?
I bet we wouldn't
know that.
notice.
I'm going to adhere the batting onto the back of this. So this is just giving that little bit of extra oomph to my back pocket. Now on the bag, where are we on the bag? We are here. We're making this pocket here. So actually it really doesn't matter if that is ½ an inch shorter. Do you see? You're just going to see a little bit more of that lovely bit there.
Great.
So it's not a problem. Phew, I think is what we all say. And then we're going to place that right sides together. Now again, if you are working with a directional fabric, which I am, make sure that it is right sides up. And then I'm going to stitch, I'm actually going to press that there. And stitch along the top there. Doobie-doobie-doo. And again, each time we do these, we are doing them exactly as we did those initial pockets. So sewing the seam, pressing away, and then folding that seam right onto the very top. La 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 la, give that a little press. So press away, and then folding so that it is absolutely on the top, and then press again and top stitch. There we go. Now, if you're making this bag and you want the bag things that we've done. Oh, hang on. There we go. Just show you that. There we go. Can you see it's on the fold? On the fold
Lovely.
there. And I'm just going to stitch along there. If you want the bag bundles, the fabric bundles for the bag, then of course great. But you might just want the fabrics that will go.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things, isn't it? It's the only way to get that blue now, the blue and gold. And when it's gone, it's gone. Right. So what does it then tell me to do? So we've done all of that. Repeat from step 4 from page 1 for the pocket that sits under the front flap. So we go back to page 1, and that is to basically do exactly the same thing for
Vanessa, I am on it.
Oh, what's she saying?
Oh, just clapping her little hands gleefully, I think, at the thought of having some more of these Tula Pink half-metre heavens available to her.
Oh, really?
I am sat here redistributing stock and making a list of what everyone needs to cut. So,
gleeful
absolutely.
clapping of hands. We like.
And, you know, if ever you see that we have got a cut-to-order fabric still available and you wanted a half-metre heaven and it's not available, please just give us a shout. Because
We
I
can
will
generally
always
do
see-
something about it, can't we?
If we've got that fabric available cut to order still, then where possible I will do what I can to create those for you.
Now I'm just trying to find the right bits here. So this is going to be, this is my my pocket that's going to be under the front flap. So again, you've got that medium weight interfacing, and we're just doing exactly what we did before, sewing along there, flipping it, doing it just as we did on those initial ones that we sewed onto here. Okay, so making those exactly the same. It's all happening, Jen. And so that you just, this is what I mean, it's modular. You do all these little bits.
Nice.
And then it all comes together. And you go, oh, get it now. Get it now. Get it now. There we go, and then stitch down, top stitch as we did, and then we start to get all of our ducks in a row, Demila, ducks in a row. Whoop. So, what that will be that pocket under the front flap. Nice. That's your back pocket, and we're just starting to get, and if you want to, and this is why I labelled everything. See, look, that's pocket under front flap there, and then I know sort of where I'm at. I mean, I don't want to boast, obviously, but you know, sort of. Right, what are we doing now then?
Oh, talking of a Lisa Chandler pattern, Judy Rogers is telling us that she's finished the quilt, the Charming Australia, in classic. It looks fab, and she did a twiddle in the middle on all the squares.
Oh,
just
perfect.
just because she can.
Because she can.
Love
Right.
a twiddle in the middle.
We do love a twiddle in the middle. Everybody loves a twiddle in the middle.
Do.
You want to mark your halfway mark on your centre panel piece. There it is. And yes, mark that all the way down. Okay, so I've marked my centrepiece. Double check it if needs be. Yep, perfect. Because now we move up to this bit here, which looks complicated. It's more complicated looking than it actually is. So you're going to measure 4 3/4 out from that mark, and then I'd draw a line, especially if you've got a pencil like this. Just mark that line there. Okay, and then what we are going to do is get your, hang on, I want to make sure I do this absolutely right. Then mark through centre. Okay, there we go. Place your under flap pocket. Here we go. This one here, Gemma. My under flap pocket on the centre panel, aligning its raw edges with the 4 3/4 line, right sides together. So right sides together. Line that up there, so all my raw edges are along there. So this is like we did the other ones, right at the beginning. It's exactly the same. You know how we put those in?
Fab.
Exactly the same. Okay.
We like a repeat on these things.
We do. Oh, how we do. And again, if you are doing the if you're doing the lining as well, you'll be doing this on your centre panel of your lining as well. Okay, just without the batting.
Quite reassuring when you repeat a technique that you've used earlier. You go, yeah, I did this one earlier, this is fine.
Do you know what I would say? If you're worried, make your lining first.
Yes. That's not a bad shout, is it?
It's not a bad shout. Because if you are worried, that's the way to do it. And so you then press it away like you just did. And then once again, we're going to mark it. If I can find the pencil I just put down, there we go. Like we did with the other ones that we just made. Remember, we marked them 4.5 inches out from which just helps. And then again. And then we're going to stitch down both those lines. Okay, and that will hold all of that exactly where you want it to be. So change your stitch so that it's in the middle. I put a little holding stitch as I start, and then sew up there. You can elongate your stitch if you want a little bit because you're going through all the wadding, and then when I get to the top I then just go backwards just over where I go, like a stitch over the end of the pocket, because I always think of it, you know, I'm quite hard wearing on my pockets, and I don't want it to come undone, so I always go just a stitch over and then go back on myself. It's just a personal thing, you can do whatever you want. There we go. So it's now, that centre panel is now looking like that, which is rather gorgeous. Do we not all agree? We all agree, right? We all agree. It's rather gorgeous. There we go. Okay, so then from that centre line, now remember you're going to do this on the other one as well, on your lining as well, you are going to mark. So here's my centre line that I marked in my pencil. I'm going to mark out 2 3/4. And I line up my 3 and then I go back 1/4 of an inch. And I just find that's the easiest way. And I'm lining everything up. Oh, Gemma, I've just thought of something.
Oh.
Well, it's Tuesday, isn't it? So lovely Karen will be at...
She will not be around.
But could you imagine a dress out
She'll
of
be
this?
at Morrison's, won't she? It'd be stunning. Just stunning.
Like, it would have to be like a really special one, wouldn't it?
It's that metallic sheen on it as well. Just gorgeous.
Gorgeous. So, right sides. And we are going to place that on that line there. like so. Pin it, do whatever you need to. And then we're just going to sew down there. Okay. So on your 1/4 inch. So I need to move it back to my 1/4 inch. This is what I mean. There's a little bit of toing and froing with your stitching.
That's okay. Just width's about your moment, isn't it?
Yeah. And if you have a machine that you are in any way, shape or form worried about, whack a walking foot on. I'm using a Juki, darling, so I don't really care.
The Juki site, that's fine.
It's
Let's
fine.
go straight
Just do
through
that.
all of this, no bother.
Yes, no bother. And then when you press your fabric back, you can finger press it, you can iron it, whatever you want. You're then just going to run a line of stitching just to top stitch the bottom. That makes it, I know that sounds weird, top stitching the bottom, but that's what you're going to do. Top stitch that bottom, and it just holds it there, then in place. Dee, 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 dee. And covers up as well any raw edges, because this is a big pocket, so people might be able to see in. Oop, I didn't cut all those threads. There we go. So now what do we have? We have a centre panel that looks a bit weird because it just does, but that's your back. That's your front. And we're going to now start to put this all together. So we've marked the centre here, and do you remember we marked the centre of these right at the beginning? Were you paying attention? I feel like, you know, this is like a bit of a test.
Yeah.
Did
you notice, did you?
you? So if you can't find your big pins, I might have used a sacrificial pin again today, Jem. And now I can't find any of my pins. I don't want my pins. Oh, come on. You and me.
You've got, oh, there you go, underneath the fabric. Follow my finger.
Follow your finger.
Follow my finger.
Yeah, so you know how I like a sacrificial pin every now and then? It's one that you're going to bend. Get over it.
Yeah.
So you're going to mark that centre line and that centre line, and I would pin in there. Now, out of all of the bag, this is probably the most awkward bit. But you'll be right. Again, if you want to practice and do your lining first, then do that. But just remember to leave a turning through gap. Because now, this all has to come up and meet. Aha! I'm going to pop a pin up here just to make sure that that stays flat. I'm going to pop a pin up there. And then, you see, this is the really clever thing about how this bag comes together, because that seam allowance there matches to there. So again, if you want to, pop a pin in there, or a clip, or whatever it is. I might clip that bit. And then that then goes up and round, and you match up at the top. So I'm going to sew all the way round, matching all these things up as I go. I'm going to take it nice and slow and steady. Wins the race with this.
It does. Oh, Chris has joined us.
Morning,
Hi,
Chris.
Natasha. Hi, Gemma. A bit late, I'm afraid.
That's all right.
Too many jobs.
Oh.
I loved the John and Gemma show yesterday, but I'm still deciding between the colour choices.
Oh, decisions.
No,
It is a tricky one.
it is something. Yeah.
Did you have a favourite?
Today, there's not a lot of time to make a decision.
No,
I don't
you've
feel.
got
Poor
to crack
Julia
on with
is,
it, I'm afraid.
Yeah, poor Julia is saying lapis by the half metre sold out. Little
I
crying
know,
emoji.
I'm sorry,
We're
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Was a beauty. These are ones to move
So these
on.
are now the side panel bits going in. You know what I didn't do?
Oh, is this a needle thing?
Huh?
Needle position.
No,
Oh.
it's not. I didn't. There was one bit I didn't. Well, I've just taken the pin out, but it had already just shifted a little bit. So I'm just gonna. It's my panel. Look, can you see? It just hasn't. So I'm just gonna unpick
But again, if this happens to you, don't panic.
Well, this is, yeah.
Natasha's not panicking.
I'm not panicking. Not panicking! Not panicking, Miss Mannering!
Don't panic, Mr.
Don't
Mannering.
panic! There we go. And it's sandwiched in. So, you know, don't worry. You could even, if you were worried, baste this. So put it on a really long seam length. And if you are in any way, shape or form worried about this bit, baste it. And then when you're happy with your stitching, then come back.
And basting's just a long length stitch.
That is all it is.
Just to hold it in
place. Just your straight stitch, but long.
And then you can pick it out once you've done your proper stitching.
Well, you can, or leave it in if it doesn't show.
But it's just a less scary first go, isn't it?
And also, it's really easy to unpick because it's so long.
Yes. But if when you've put your main line of stitching in, it doesn't show, just leave it. You can leave it there as well.
Okay, so as I go, and I am just taking it little bit by little bit. So I've got to the foldy bit, and then I marry it up to the next bit, because I only pinned down one side. You can pin all the way around. Or sew half and then pin the next half. Clever. If you want to. Like that's the other way to do it, so that you're not, because otherwise as you're sort of scrambling about with your fabric. But as long as you've got those centres aligned, everything will come together nicely. But this is the line of stitching that you would leave a turning through gap with your lining, okay?
Natasha, a week ago when you did, I can't believe it's a week ago, when you did your interfacing show and did your demo of the other Kaufman fabric, we put together some 3 fat quarter and accessories bundles.
We did.
And yes, I popped those in today's collection. We've not given them a mention, we've not given them any, any
wafting around
today.
time.
But
No.
I can see those of you who've spotted them, sharp eyes,
Yay.
have been buying those. We were just able to put a few extras together, but only in the colourways you see.
Oh yeah, just
when we got to the end of bolts and things.
And that was just because I'd run out of time.
And we're cautious, we are cautious with our loading. So yes, if you see those and you think, oh, they managed to get more fabric. We didn't. We haven't got a huge load more fabric. We've just squeezed a few extra kits out. Right. So grab them while you can.
At this point, you can see it looks a bit wobbly. Just that the pockets aren't symmetrical. So don't go trying to pin in the middle of your blue base bit there.
No.
Go back to that centre line that you marked.
Okay.
Okay. And match centre line to centre line and get your sacrificial pin that you might just bend.
This is another fret ye not moment.
Yes. I don't want
Panic ye not. Fret ye not. This is supposed to be fun.
Yeah, they know that too, yeah.
Don't forget.
Don't forget, everybody. We're having fun.
We are having fun.
We're having fun.
Sometimes we forget, don't we? Sometimes, when we take it a bit too seriously. And I normally go away and I have some Maltesers. Oh, actually, I didn't even have to go away, because that handy little drawer in your sewing machine, the one that you keep your minstrels or your M&Ms and things in.
Snack drawer.
I'm told that they're actually for something else. I don't need that negativity in my life. But sometimes I just have a little bit of something like that, and then I go, oh yeah, all fine. let's not panic. It's all good. This is fun.
Which night was it? Sunday night, Bank Holiday Sunday, when I had mis-sewn one of the seams just towards the end of what I was doing. I was like, oh come on! I admitted defeat and I went home.
Yeah, and sometimes you just need a cold light of day moment the next day to go, well, first off, I don't know what I was doing yesterday, because it's gone together perfectly this morning. Yeah. And second off, why did I get in such a tears?
I was rushing. I didn't pin it and just sewed off.
Yeah.
Sewed off the edge. That was all.
You shouldn't drive tired, and I think sometimes you shouldn't sew tired either.
I don't think you should, no.
No.
It's still a piece of machinery, isn't it, at the end of the day?
Of course.
That's when I should have had the nap on the warehouse floor, clearly.
Yeah. And sometimes just because it's not going together right for you on that particular moment doesn't mean it's not going to another time.
Something just sounded. a little wobbly. I don't know if that was my bobbin.
Maybe. Or I can see people buying the Klimt fabric as well. I love that one.
Oh, the Klimt
See,
is
for me, it's so
beautiful, isn't
decadent.
it?
It'd be fabulous for your Christmas table, that one. 'Cause it's not overtly Christmassy, but it's got those beautiful, rich colours in it. It would be fabulous.
If you were going to do one of those bowl cozies that wasn't going to go in the microwave because it's got metallic on it, that would possibly be the Christmassy one, wouldn't it?
It'd be beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But, you know, napkin rings, all sorts of things. It'd look great. Look at that.
Just have a little double check around that everything, like I've just gone quite close to an edge there, so I will just go back and just re-stitch over that just from the other side, just to make sure that I've got it, that I've got this.
Do you know, and I think a lot of people think they've got to get their first line of stitching perfect. But
Of course not, you can always go back
you
in.
can go back over, have a little shenanigans, and no one can see. Once it's finished, no one knows.
Just stunning. And it is, and it really is such a stunning make. Now, then what is going to go in, and we're going to baste, so I'm going to increase my stitch length up to the max, is the lid. Now, this is going to be your front bag flap to the outer. You're going to pin it and tack it to the outer bag. It needs to be positioned right sides together with the back panel. And it just slides in.
Just pay attention to which way up this has got to go.
Yeah. So it's going to be all your raw seams, all your raw edges together.
Lovely.
Fabric right sides together. So remember those panels were done in the same colourway?
Yeah.
Weren't they? So just match those two together.
Lovely.
Right.
Just make sure your flaps aren't all over the shop.
Oh, you don't want flaps
Upside
all over the
down and
shop,
all
do
around
you?
the place. Oh, the black colourway is nearly gone. That's the one that Natasha is demoing. I've literally got one left.
Oh,
so
no.
if you want it, grab it quick. I don't want to see these emails coming in with remorse.
Remorse.
I hate it. It just makes me sad.
But you can still get the fabrics, you can still get your plains, and you can still make beautiful things with these fabrics. Right, so that is then my, and this is the clever thing about it, because you see that when you have your lining in, your lining will be a continuation, because that will be your centre panel in that gorgeous fabric that will go all the way through. So that's the really clever thing. That's my flap. That's got to tuck back in there. Next up, I am going to require my handles. Now, I did cheat and ask Jane to do these. They are width of fabric
Here's one Jane
in the
made
black
earlier.
and the blue. Yeah.
Beautiful.
You can interface or not these. Okay, it's entirely up to you. And then I'm just going to top stitch down. And then trim it back. Just talk about yourselves, we're going as fast as we can, but it is quite a line. So it's just 2 3-inch strips width of fabric, sewn right sides together, then turned through, pressed, side stitch down each side. I'm doing the side stitching now. You didn't need to see me do 4 straight lines stitching, because you kind of get what we mean, right?
Yes.
Yay! Here we go, and down we go the other side. And I think this has to end up being like 42 inches or something. So I tend to just fold it in half, put the folded end on 0 on my cutting mat, and then just cut it at 21, and we are all good to go. Now look, if you are short or shorter, then you might want to shorten your straps. Have a little go, see how they sit for you. I am a big old bird, it is fair to say.
You're like Big Bird from Sesame Street. The tower above everybody else.
I do. But these are 40, this is it at 42 inches and it sits there.
Right.
So Gemma, being slightly shorter, you might want your handle slightly shorter. It's up to you.
I'm
That is
wondering
your
whether I
personal
could chuck
preference.
that acrossways. It might go acrossways on me.
Oh,
I'll
it
have a
might do.
play in a bit
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I quite like mine across the body.
So, fold it in half. 0, scissors, and then cutting that at 21. And that just gets rid of your selvages. Nay bother there. And then we are going to poke these into the bag. What I would say is find that centre line by, I just press, and then right sides together with your bag handle, pop over the centre there.
Oh, Heidi said she loves the bag. Susan is saying that she watches us every week, all 3 days, via YouTube and on the big screen.
Ah, excellent.
She did watch yesterday with lovely Gemma and John, she says. Did I realise I was on mute halfway through the show? When we had a break in recording and we came back, yes, my mic was not doing its thing properly. Luckily, I had my big voice on, so there was bits that you could hear on John's mic, but apologies about that one. Mercifully, the majority of the show was all fine.
Right. Check, please, that you have not twisted your handle.
Oh,
just check that that's in.
so annoying.
So annoying. You can baste it in place should you wish at this point.
You can. Heidi, the digital version of this pattern, we will do our very best to see if we can sort that out. We're just waiting to hear back from Lisa and her team.
Yeah, the thing, I think it's just we've got quite a lot of printed ones, haven't we?
Yeah.
Ready to go.
Although we did.
So, oh, we did?
We did.
Oh, right, okay.
They've liked those today,
Like
which is lovely. Claire Angelina says it may be a tad annoying when something's sold out, but it's a great thing for the NM team. They've brought in a product and it's sold out, and that's brilliant. Thank you.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those things, isn't it? It's difficult to, it's really difficult to know. That I think that's been one of the hardest jobs for me, has been the buying. Never knowing if I'm buying enough, too much, not enough. It's really hard.
Really tricky. Really tricky.
And also with the amounts, like there'll be certain fabrics that we'll always use more of, and then this is why I look on the bolt ends, because generally when we put a kit together, you'll have like the big feature fabric, and there'll be the most amount of that in a bundle, and then the smaller ditzier prints we just don't use as much. So they end up going into the bolts, because when the coordinating big ones have gone, go and have a look at the bolt ends,
right.
because we sell those as long lengths, because we know that by the time you finish quilting or anything like that, or if you're dressmaking a 3 metre length of fabric, designer fabric, if you can get 25% off that, which is kind of the average of what the percentage is off on those clearance pages, then do go and take a look at those, because that's where your bargains are.
It is. Julia got the black kit. I think there is a little bit of remorse floating around. I am going to see if I can shenanigate some of the fabrics about. I'll see what we've got left cut to order.
Now I am just going to show you now what this will look like, because I'm not going to do all the lining, because it means doing everything we've just done again. So what I'm going to do is turn this through for you so that you can absolutely see. Bear in mind, you will have the lining, and the lining makes all the difference. But if you've gone for the black bundle, I know we've got only one left, says Gemma, then your bag, I'm very excited for you on this, will be looking like that. Your handle's up there. That. Look at that. That is what your bag will be looking like if you've gone for the black one. How beautiful is that? So congratulations if you managed to get hold of the black one. And you see everything just sits absolutely where it should. There you go, Gem.
Beautiful.
I know. And do you know what? You wouldn't notice that was 1/2 inch shorter where I had to trim it.
No.
You just wouldn't notice. No. And then on the back, you've got that. Now bear in mind, your lining will be exactly the same with all of the little pockets inside as well, but you just won't do that with any interfacing. So I'm going to say it again. If you want to practice this, practice with your lining pieces first, but just leave a turning through gap. And that is the black bag. There you go.
You clever old stick. I mean,
well,
I know
it's not me, it's Lisa.
Pattern.
It's Lisa's pattern.
You always
it's a
do
clever pattern. Very clever pattern.
thrown together 2 in a morning.
Ooh. Can I go and have a bacon back
Cracking.
now?
You can. I'll let you.
Thank you so much.
We'll let you do that. That's fine. I have. She says.
You
Check.
just-
No, I'm all right. I'm not
okay.
muted. We have. I've just spoken to the warehouse, and we haven't cut the kit yet. We've cut the ones we're showing on the show.
Right.
So I can shenanigate a little bit of the product for the panel pocket tote bags, so that we can transfer some of the blue stock across and be able to make some more black ones. I've got a little bit of
is
cut
the
to
black
order.
one the favourite?
The black has sold out completely.
Really? Okay.
I am going to try and eke a little more stock across.
That's
to
I mean
make a
that's your
couple more
difference.
kits.
This is your blue one. This is your black
So
one.
if you see more black kits appear, that will be it. That will be it.
We can't shenanigate
Not
around
messing
anymore.
around. That will be it.
Rather lovely. Whichever one you choose to go for,
They are.
you are going to really enjoy it. And of course, if you just want the fabric by itself, some of it is sold out, but some of it is still up for sale by the half metre. So do go and grab those. I just love how this all comes together. It's so clever. And look, you see where you've matched, and you didn't even realise that you were matching your seams as you went around and you sewed those side panels up. It's clever.
Really clever.
Really clever. That's what Lisa does. She is
does.
a very, very clever bag making lady, and well, just general all-round designer. So they are the bags for today. Congratulations if you've managed to get them. Gemma's going to shenanigate and jiggle
On a Tuesday.
on a Tuesday. Why not? Tomorrow Jane is in. What is Jane doing with us tomorrow?
Jane's with our plain sub tomorrow.
Is it plain sub already? My
because
goodness.
it's
Oh,
the
with the
end of the
blue one
month.
that she's doing. Oh, it's all the blues.
Very clever. So bright blues tomorrow.
So would go beautifully with these.
really nicely.
Yeah.
But we have plain sub because that's being collected again at the weekend. So we thought we'd get the show out ahead of that, so that you've got some inspiration ready for when your bundles are
When they land. Oh,
Yes.
excellent. Well done. So check out the bolt ends. We will be adding some more of those
Yes.
as well today.
I will.
Do check out these fabrics and maybe buy some and make some of the the demos that we did last week with the other Kaufman.
Nice.
Kaufman. We're still not sure. We will see you here tomorrow with Jane for, I think it's a quilt, isn't it, that she's doing with the blue subscriptions, not just a cushion. But you just know it's going to be beautiful. I know she's been working on this, scribbling away
I've seen
at
a
it.
beautiful image of it, but not
Oh,
seen it in
have
the
you?
flesh. You know when you say yes,
I haven't.
it's called One Way or Another.
Oh,
Yes.
with the arrows.
Oh, see.
Ah, oh,
But I can't. I'm, from memory, from the image, it's square. I don't know whether it's big, small. Small
No
or far
idea.
away. Not sure. We'll see. We'll go and have a look at her sample and see what she's done.
we will see you tomorrow. Take care. Lots of love. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Bye.